I'm back. Yeah, I'm going to jump in feet first. So much has happened and so much to catch up with. Oh, I've got a shop. Yeah, not only am I still doing up my house, I don't know if you can see behind me, I've done a little bit on my haul there. But that and my friend who's got a vintage shop in where I live, she's said to me for ages, oh, you need to do a shop, you need to do a shop, your sewing and stuff like that. And it's been a dream, because you know, I love my nan, and you know, everything, my life like Vera is named after her and everything. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. You know, I can't, you know, I don't want to be regretting not ever having tried. So I took the bull by the horns, and I've got a little shop. It's ticking over at the moment. I'm not expecting great things, but I'm starting to do a few more workshops and things like that. So yeah, we'll just watch this space. I'm still working full time, so it's only open on Saturdays, and I've got sort of socials and stuff, sort of knitter natters in the evening, once a month, and as I said, workshops. Sorry, I've just eaten something. So yeah, just watch this space. But here's a little bit of a grand tour. I opened in September, so I'm theming each month. The theme for September was harvest. So there was a number of items that I decorated sort of the shop with, you know, apples and that sort of thing, and I designed a little apron. The inspiration was from a vintage image. There we go. And the apron's called Harvest, funnily enough. So I was selling that as a kit. And then as we're going into October, I also Day of the Dead is my theme. So what I've tried to do is make wreaths for each month. So the harvest wreath, that's here, and the Halloween wreath is this one. And both wreaths are made from begged borrows, stolen, cheap buys. I don't think any of them have cost me over £15. No, they haven't. I've already done my November wreath, which I'm going to show you. The theme for November is hiking and walking, and you know, sort of British tweeds and stuff like that. So I'm working on that at the moment. It's my 60th this year, so I had a little celebration at Twinwood, my favourite festival, and some of my friends, you know, excelled themselves. The theme that I chose was Tim Burton. I love his movies, so you know, that sort of not horror, but you know, that sort of style thing. So I was Jack Skellington, but vintage, but female. And that's the outfit I'm going to wear for this Halloween as well. So, but I'm going to do full face makeup for this Halloween party at my dance group. But the suit, I made the jacket, I made the skirt, and the belt. I did have broken the buckle on the belt, which is a vintage button, so I've got to repair that. But this is what I wore. This is my mate Ian, or my annoying little brother, as I call him. And that was really good. What else have I been up to? Oh, just making things, fabric things. I've got so many patterns for the shop, so many vintage patterns as well. I luckily enough brought a load of patterns the other day, some from 1910, some twirls that were for some famous people, but I'll go through all of that. And I've got this urge now to, whenever I see a pattern, I think, oh, I'm curious about that. I might have a go at making that up. Doesn't matter what it is. I made a little kid's dress up, a little girl's dress out of a pattern, just because I was curious. And I made a skirt with a size 29 waist. It's never, ever going to fit me, but I was just curious to make it. So I'm really enjoying doing stuff like that. Oh, I'm starting beginner's crochet. on the 21st of October, and that's full, that class. So I'm really looking forward to meeting people and getting them sort of started on their crochet journey. Sorry, I'm talking about 101 miles an hour. What else have I been up to? Sadly, I've lost my dog, Kylie. I've still got Ernie, the little horror. So I lost her in May. She was 14 and she had cancer, so I couldn't. There was nothing we could do for her, bless her. But I really miss her. She's such a gentle little soul. What else? Oh, I can't think of anything else that I've been doing. There's so much. I like to keep myself busy, so I'm still decorating. So the hallway is, I'm working my way up the stairs. You can just see it over my shoulder there. So I've been wallpapering, and I really enjoyed wallpapering, so I have done some wallpaper in my shop. Anyway, let's stop waffling. Here's a little tour of my shop and some images, and I'll just comment over the top of them. But yeah, I don't know when I'm putting this out. I'm hoping it's going to be before the end of October, but if not, I will do it again in November. So I'm going to do it once a month because that is doable. And yeah, hopefully, if you're ever in the Claycross area near Chesterfield, just pop into my little shop, alifelikeveraThe, and come and say hi. Yeah, and bye for now, but there's more to follow. Bye.
So this is post colour decision. So I've gone for a green and a sort of a coral colour. The walls were basically lent themselves to panels. So that's the wallpaper that I decorated with. Did a lot of charity shop bargain hunting for shelving and really enjoyed doing that. This is before the plasterboard went up, so you can see it's sort of only a little space. More painting, and the shelving units that I found on Marketplace that were painted up. Again, this is pre-plasterboard going up. There's the plasterboard waiting to go up. Hey, it's up. The doors painted. That again was a Marketplace find, as were these doors that I've turned into my shop front window, all painted up again. I really enjoyed sort of thinking about how I wanted people to see the shop. There's my autumn wreath. I wanted them to be able to see in and have a shop window, even though it's internally in another building. That's my list of events, which is a chalkboard. These were kiddies' reading bookshelves. Now here's a little tour. This was just before I opened, so I'd stocked up some of my shelves, and well, most of my shelves with vintage goodies, vintage yarns, some fabrics. Had sort of done my display at the window. These are all my new patterns. The theme obviously is harvest. That's opening day. In new made suit. My little granddaughter came to visit, as did some lovely friends to support me. Another view of the window, and oh, this is called my skirt lifter, Fanar. Again, new patterns from now and then. We're the only shop in the UK that stocks them. And my granddaughter makes these. They're great little kits. That's my harvest apron kit. Again, harvest apron in the window. And oh, these are some sort of gunny sack style patterns. And finally, here's a view from the outside when you walk past of my harvest window. And as we're coming into Halloween, more pumpkins are going to appear. And that's the apron on my dummy. But as you can see, there's a lot of apples and sunflowers and that sort of theme. Lots of lovely decorative autumnal leaves as well. which I really enjoyed doing the window. That was another dream of mine when I was younger, to be a window dresser. There's my little mood board as well. Well, thank you for coming along and sharing on my journey. See you again soon. Bye.